We are going to create a slimline card using the Winterly Treetops stamp set and some Stampin' Blends that go with this. This card, what we want is this bow here. We want to take a look for that bow in the stamp set. You also have a choice if you want to cut out birds from the designer series paper that you have. You can cut out some of the birds, it's up to you. Or if you want, you can stamp some of the birds here, and I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to stamp some of the birds and add the sentiment onto that. So I just wanted to let you know those are the items we're going to be using. Let's get started and look in our package. What you want to do is you're going to look for a large, long, slimline card, and it is just folded in half. Okay, so it creates a slimline card. With that, there's a piece of basic white that fits right on top with a nice edge around. There is a piece for a sentiment and a piece for the bird if you want to stamp and cut him out. If not, and you want to use the DSP, that is totally up to you. The ink colors that we are using today is Memento Black, so hopefully you have all of that set up close by. Let's get started with stamping, and what we want to do, again, take that bow. We're going to take the bow, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go along this piece of basic white and stamp our bows. So I'm going to ink it up and make sure that you have the ink all the way around, so always take a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our bows on this, and we want to stamp out so that they can get 2 across and then 2 on the bottom. So I'm going to start on this way. I'm going to start 2 on the bottom. 1. There we go. And I'm going to put this one right about here. I'm going to space them out. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to go into that little space, a V. And if you don't space these out correctly and you need to flip your paper over, go right ahead. And again, flip it around. Okay, so it creates that kind of design there. Very super cute, very easy, but really super cute. While we have our ink going, I'm going to be stamping out some birds. I'm not sure if I want this one, but I think I want this little cute little one right here. So let's get him. Like I said, if you want to use the designer series paper, you can do that too. I'm going to stamp that. There we go. And we're going to look in our dies and die cut him out. You can always fussy cut him. That is very quick. I'm going to take my die, and then I'm going to be cutting him out with that. I'm going to get a little bit of a Post-it note to hold on to there. So I'm going to make sure I don't cut off his tail or his head. Line him up and stick a little Post-it note. So we want to do that, and then we can give him a little color. That looks really good. Since we have our ink, let's stamp a sentiment on here. And I'm going to use the long one because I think that one looks really good. You know what? I can stamp 2 and use the one that I think looks the best. I'm going to put the sentiment on there. I'm going to line it up, ink it up. Again, double check to make sure I inked it everywhere. And stamp. I'm going to make that a little long sentiment, so I'm going to be cutting that out. And then I can flag the ends on that. Oops. There we go. Line it up. And then I could just flag the ends on this piece. There we go. So we have some of our elements all placed together. Our stamped little bird, our sentiment, and our little bows. All we need to do is actually color these in. And I'm just going to grab a old olive and going to color these in as we go along. And here we go. We have them all nicely colored in. We can place him on a little bow there, and our sentiment over here on a little bit over there. I'm going to add some dimensionals to pop them up. And I want it so that it looks like he's sitting in the little bow there. So I'm going to try and position him as best I can, right there. And you know what? I think I might add a little bit of red ribbon behind this piece of sentiment. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll just place it right behind like that. I guess I could also go up and down a little bit if I wanted to. That might be actually quite nice. I'm going to take this on the back here and add a little bit of the ribbon peeking up back and forth behind the sentiment. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth like that. Got to make sure I have to tape it down at each spot so that it doesn't pop up. And I'm going to use a small piece of adhesive, try and pull it apart so that it doesn't go too much over on the sentiment. Oops. Again, tape it down. I might just end it there. Go up a little bit further. Go up a little bit more. I have it end like that. I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back to make it stand up, and then we can glue it to the card base. This is a fun kind of free-flowing type of stamping, I like to think of it as. There we go. Place that on there. Oh my goodness, it is looking fabulous. Let's glue it onto the card base. And onto the card base it goes nicely all around, and that ink kind of picks up the edge all the way around. You know what we could do? We can add a little bit of Wink of Stella to some of these little berries so they stand out. And if you want, there is embellishments you could add. I love the embellishments that come with this, and they are the clear and red little dots. We can place those on. Let's grab a few and actually maybe see. Let's see where we can place these. Okay, I'm going to carefully lift them off. Oops. Where can we place these? That would look actually really nice, actually right on those boughs as berries. Let's add those right there. Nope. That one under there. I'm not going to add. It's kind of look like he is sitting on the berries, so I don't want to do that too much. Maybe we'll put one over here. Oh, we can do these ones. There, we'll put the single ones right in the ones that he has in his mouth. Here we go. Oh, that looks fabulous. Those little berries make it stand out quite a bit. What do you think? That is this card here. Oh, very simple, but looks really, really good. I love it.